Elly. They're not sending him down. Elly De La Cruz is coming up to the show. FT Live, Krasinski, Kratz, Braun, Andres Jimenez of the Guardians joining us later. Chris Cotillo does a great job covering the Red Sox and some national news. We'll ask him, of course, about Elly. We've probably talked about Elly De La Cruz as much as any player over the last few weeks. And
have we, though?
Yes.
Really?
You missed some of the times that we had
Good for me.
A little Friday action about Elly.
Because Frazier loves the Reds.
Well, also, Elly's the most talked about prospect in the sport. Yes.
Yeah, maybe.
Are you kidding me?
Jackson
No.
Churio.
Yeah,
On
but
this
Jackson
show, we talk about Jackson a lot.
Yeah, but not as much as Elly. And also, don't confuse this show with Brew Crew Territory, which comes out tomorrow morning.
Hey, by the way, what are the three? He's the fourth prospect. Who are the three ahead of him? And welcome to the show, Elly.
He's my number one. I just want to make that clear.
Who are the other three?
Why are you shaking your head at me? I'm not allowed to talk about prospects.
I mean, because Kirk Herbstreit said no.
About what?
I don't know.
Kirk Herbstreit likes him. Let's clarify that. He just wants Jonathan India to be the captain of the team, to stay, to not be pissed off about moving to the outfield potentially. And also, I do agree with this part of it. I don't think Jonathan India is necessarily going to be a great outfielder based on his throwing arm either. So just be careful there. That's all.
Okay.
It'll be interesting to see where that plays out. Okay, I'll give you MLB's top 5. Okay. Jordan Walker is still prospect status. Right, but he's still a prospect right now. Jackson Churio's 2. Jackson Holiday has surged. He's number 3.
Yeah, because did you see what he did this month?
He's fantastic. Yeah. He might be, for some people, he's already there 1. And also, remember, there are other rankings. And Elly De La Cruz is 4. Marcelo Meyer, Red Sox prospect, is 5. 70 power. And it's 20 to 80 for the casual fans. That's the scale, okay? 80 means ridiculous.
Hall of Fame
20
power.
means no. Right. So 70 is really good. 70 runner. And he's huge. He's 6'6". He's a 70 runner. So he's going to steal bags.
Okay.
Arm?
70.
70.
But 40 hit. That tells me he strikes out a lot.
But 40 hit.
He does.
Now, I am going to disagree and say 50 hit.
Okay. Well, here's my thing.
From what I've seen.
Here's my thing with strikeouts, though.
Yeah.
And I know we're in love with StatCast, and I know we're in love with how exit velocity, and it's kind of like what Kratz just said about O'Neal Cruz. I don't care how far you can hit a ball. If you can't hit the ball, and listen, there's times where I get it, you're trying to go deep, but there are also times where there's a runner on third and 1 out. We just need you to hit a damn ground ball to shortstop. You better have the ability to cut it down and just go boop and hit a ground ball to shortstop to drive the run in. So to me, I get it. I get the power, and I get it's kind of what we were talking about off the air about showcase ball. Like everyone can go to a showcase and say, man, this dude hits it 9 million miles. Then the game comes and the pitcher goes, oh, yeah, by the way, here's a curving ball. And they're like, no chance. Right? So there's a difference. Like our boy Minkiewicz will say, can he play? CHP. The end of the day, CHP. Can he play or not? Because that's what it boils down to. Listen, you can have all the tools in the world, and I'm sure Kratz will agree. I played with a million dudes that had tools.
Oh.
But they get up there and they see things that they've never seen, and they see pressure. And they see people expecting them to perform, and guess what? Those tools go back in the tool belt, and they don't come out again.
It sounds to me like you guys aren't as high on him as
No, listen, I hope he does great. No. I've never seen the kid play.
And I wanted to interject there before Scott said anything. This is not AJ Przinsky being a hater at all.
No.
He is showing you 19 years in the show. And if an Elly De La Cruz coach, if an Elly De La Cruz teammate can tell him these things, his skill set will allow him to make these adjustments. And the sooner he makes the adjustments, the better off. Let's go Jordan Walker. Yes, I was a hater when they sent him down. But you can't deny the fact that he was hitting the ball on the ground. And if he's not going to steal a ton of bases, success in the big leagues, just like throwing strikes in the big leagues is success for pitchers, elevating the ball is success for hitters. And like he needs to do that. Elly De La Cruz needs to be able to make contact. And I have never seen it. I've never seen it where somebody goes from the minor leagues and is a 33% strikeout victim in the minor leagues and goes to the big leagues and is like, oh, he's only 25. He might stay around 33%, but you take away, what did you say, 70 power, 70 speed? You swing and miss, that's 0 power, 0 speed. Go sit on the bench.
No, I'm not hating at all. I mean, I've never seen. All I've seen is the highlights you've ever seen. I've never seen the kid in person, and he might come up and be the next whoever you want to call him, Harper, Trout, whatever you want to call him.
I heard switch hitting Tatis.
Okay, well, no. I mean, listen. Hopefully, he doesn't do the things Tatis did away from the field.
Player profile switch hitting Tatis. Yes,
it's incredible
please.
with the energy and everything he's got going on.
Yes,
but my problem again is, the strikeouts, and like Kratz just said, 33% strikeouts. So you play that out, 600 at bats. He's already going to strike out 200 times. That's a lot of times you go up there and you do nothing. And if he can 70 run, you'd like to cut that down to 20%, and then hit some choppers, get on first, and with the bigger bases in the rules, steal second, steal third. So, there has to be an adjustment made. And I wish the kid, look, I want nothing but the best for every player that gets called up. I don't ever think that I'm hating on anybody, because I'm not, because you're there, and congratulations. And I hope you kick ass, Elly. But I'm just saying, there are certain things you look for. And one of the things that has happened now with the internet and you can turn on and watch any minor league game you want to watch on the package, right? Fans overhype people. They overhype guys, and organizations overhype guys. And then they get to the major leagues, and guess what? They don't live up to it, but they already have the pressure on them. And I'm not saying it's going to happen to Elly De La Cruz. I'm saying it happens because of the internet. And what organizations will do? They push guys too fast because the clamoring from the fans. Because we had Kirk Herbstreit on, and we need to call up Elly De La Cruz, right? Super Reds fan. Well, maybe he's not ready. But guess what? All the clamoring, Senzel goes on the IL. Well, who's there? Oh, the fans want Elly De La Cruz. Here's a shot. He better do well. Because what happens if he comes up and struggles?
Then you send him down. Who cares?
Who cares? It's such a slippery slope.
Elly De La Cruz, 298, 12 homers, 36 RBIs, 26 walks, 50 Ks, and 186 plate appearances for a team that's, going to have to do some shuffling around with Jonathan India.
Where's he going to play?
Well, he's been getting some time at third base, too.
No, where's Elly's going to play shortstop?
Or McLean.
He's going to play shortstop? Who's playing shortstop?
Elly shortstop, McLean second base.
What about the shortstop they have, Barrero?
Barrero's got a 600 OPS. He gone.
No, bench.
El Bencho?
El Bencho at 21?
Yeah, El Bencho needs to go to El Triple-A-O.
Barrero, I don't even think he's up right now, is he? I know he homered the other day.
I haven't watched the Reds that closely, honestly.
You guys
okay, so Scott, here's like to encapsulate the whole Elly thing. This is why prospects are always good to trade, because you don't know what you're going to get. Elly De La Cruz, if I were to pick a lock of the day of all the prospects that are getting called up, I would pick him one of the first ones. The thing that scares me, and I think it's the same thing that scares AJ, is the strikeouts, because it's a wild card of how is it going to translate.